Hello guys, Arrow here, and I have some good and some bad news. The good news is I found my old alpha park. I managed to open it up in the current release of the game. This is something I had kind of trouble with doing, because ever since Alpha 3 was released I was unable to open my save file, and ever since I had a lot of trouble with playing, and that's the reason I stopped my previous series as well. The good news, however, is I managed to open the save file. The bad news is that most of my park stuff got changed and deleted and twisted around and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll give a quick tour of what it was and give some comments about things deleted and changed. And afterwards I will upload this to the Steam Workshop and you can check it out yourself if you want. So this was the entrance area I made, and I had a nice stone archway with the Planet Coaster logo atop of it and a lot of trees and foliage in front of it. And once you enter the park you came at this nice planter, and I can remember this tree used to be a lot bigger, larger, and yeah, this is a nice planter which I put some thought into, and it still looks pretty good, but the tree is kind of sad at the moment. As you can see, they removed two of my facilities. I had a chief beef in this building and a cosmic cow in this building. They removed the railings of the balconies. They removed some of the windows, because I can remember I had two windows over here as well. This item at the roof, the edge got moved. When you watch this way, you had two more buildings. One was my toilets, which also have been removed. So I think all the facilities have been removed from the park. This building is still quite intact, and this building as well. I had my first ride when you went this way with the skeleton hanging out of the window. I remember that being very funny back at the time. And my queue line to the first attraction. They removed a lot of my trees and stuff. I think that because the hitboxes of the rides are slightly increased, that everything that was placed too close to the ride has been removed. So there used to be a few big trees around here, which all have been removed. Yeah, let's go this way. This was the pirate village, and this was the first roller coaster I made all the way back in Alpha 1, when you still had to use a cheat to build a roller coaster. And yeah, let's enter the queue, because that's something I've spent a lot of time on building. You arrived at a harbor when you entered the queue line. I had these pirate team band singers, whatever, over here, and a lot of buildings. While waiting for the ride, you could just look around and check out all the scenery. And I've really put a lot of time in this stuff, and I really like how it turned out. But it's sad to see that the current build no longer supports a lot of stuff which was in the alpha, and a lot of stuff has changed. But still, I really like how it turned out, because I had this little bridge, like a sewer, where the water flows from that way to this way, and small boat, and all the small things I did back then. Like this small alleyway where the roller coaster used to shoot through. I'm not really sure if the roller coaster still rides. Let's check it out. I don't think it will still finish. The on-ride video for from back then is still somewhere on YouTube. The video, however, was filmed in Alpha 2, while the roller coaster has been built in Alpha 1. So a lot of speeds has been changed because the increased track friction. That's why the video is not as good as it was in the first place. But I remember having a lot of fun building this roller coaster. It's not the fastest, it never was, but it looks like it's still able to finish. Barely, but it still finishes. So yeah, let's have one more look at nighttime. PM. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm still very happy with how this turned out. It's fun to see this after such a long time. So yeah, the roller coaster works. Am I able to open the ride? No. Checklist is incomplete. Connect entrance to the path. Is it not connected? Apparently my entrance is not connected or something, I don't know. Would be nice if it still works. I don't know. There's probably something wrong with the old rides being reused. I'm switching back to daylight. So yeah, I had this whole big forest built over here. The idea was that there were some explorers for exploring a jungle, which is part of the roller coaster, and this is a jungle they are exploring. So yeah, I used to have a small facility over here somewhere, probably over here in this building, and I really like how it looked, but they removed that as well, of course. And my nice forest, which you arrive at this big attraction, and that was one of the last things I did. I did a little bit more, and that's something I'm saving for later. I had shops here which are not in place anymore, and yeah, it's quite simple, this area, but it looks pretty good. And my crazy caterpillar coaster, it was this caterpillar roller coaster, which basically starts at the top of a mountain, and instead of having a roller coaster starting with a chain lift and then going down, this starts at the top and just rolls down the mountain, and at the end it uses the chain lift to get back up again. And I really like this one, and it turned out pretty great. And there's also a video of this one on YouTube. I'll try to link them in my description. But yeah, it was basically this one big building on top of a hill, and the roller coaster just gently going down, going slightly faster and faster while it's going down the hill. Yeah, let's go to the next part of the park. When you follow this pathway, you'll walk around the back of the roller coaster, and I planned another ride over here which I never got to get to, and that's my latest roller coaster which I never finished, which you guys have never seen as well. And this was my barrel ride. I made these entrance entirely out of barrels because there were barrels inside this attraction, and I really liked the way how it excuse me. I really like how it was right next to this docks, and then the barrels like spilled over out of the docks and into this queue line, and yeah, it was really simple but really fun. A building next to a lake. Back then we didn't have water, So we had to use roof tiles to create water, and it looks like all my roof tiles got turned into concrete. Because they used to be, I'm not even sure if they're still in the game. There used to be this blue steel like something like this, but more yeah. They used to be more blue than they are now. So this used to be a whole blue lake, and now it's more like gray. So yeah, my pirate ship ride, and I always liked how this exit looked with the broken ship which you walk between. The ride itself was the ship situated in some kind of harbor which going around, and yeah, it's quite a nice castle. It's one of the first buildings I really did in this game. Yes, my volcano ride. I made this mountain entirely out of rocks, because we did not have the terrain tool back then. Yeah, we did have the terrain tool, but you could not really do a lot of stuff with it. So I made this volcano entirely out of these loose rocks, as you can see, and I've spent a freaking long time building it. At the top I had these smoke effects, and it's supposed to be like a volcano island, and it ended up looking pretty cool. I really like how it looks, with the skull over the exit, and then the wooden bridge over the water, which I made all out of separate planks. Back then you could not really place them inside the building yet. And the queue line actually starts in this building. I remember having a blast making it. You basically go down into the basement of the building, and then there's this cave going underwater, and you have to follow the cave all the way until you reach the inside of the volcano at the right, and it's pretty cool. I really liked it. I had fun making this attraction, even though it costs so much time. Afterwards I made this bridge, and it was a bridge into the a new area of my park, and this is one of my most detailed things I made ever, and I really like how it turned out, but it's not something I will do another time. Not because it's not fun to do, but I don't know, it's too repetitive, because I basically made one piece of the bridge and I copied it over, and it took a lot of time, but yeah. So this is an area you guys never seen, and it was basically the last roller coaster I worked on before my save file got kind of corrupted, and I had a big nice roller coaster, and I was really looking forward to show this to you guys. The queue line is like this cave, and it goes inside, and the station is like beneath here, and the exit is also coming out of the cave, and there used to be a toilet in this piece of rock, and we did not have benches back in the day, so I made this bench myself, which looks pretty good in my opinion. And this area was like a lookout place where you could just check out the roller coaster from above. Yeah, it looks pretty good in its entirety. It's like an oasis down here with a small pond at the bottom, which the roller coaster just shoots through. This used to be a launch coaster. I can check if it still works. It's stuck somewhere, so it will not finish, but I think it's stuck at the end. My train is in the station now. Test camera. So this was a launch coaster, and I basically wanted to have it go inside the tunnel and just shoot out of the cave and have it fly over the water. And you can see this stuff. This is like a safety net which weren't in game back then, which I made out of planks entirely. It's not riding very smooth, I noticed, but I still love how the roller coaster itself, the design, worked out. So it was basically intended to have it shoot over the water and then go down into the oasis like this. And you can have a good look at how I designed the area. Then go down, have it go around inside the oasis and then shoot back into this tunnel and enter the station, but it probably these wheels have to push the cart up, but they stopped working apparently. It's still a fun coaster, but yeah, this was really something I put a lot of time in. I was sad that I couldn't finish it. So yeah, that was my first park in this game, my alpha park, and I have more good news for you guys. I'm currently working on a new park and I have recorded the first bit and it's looking very good, so I hope you guys will really be looking forward to my next series, which I'm planning to upload pretty soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this this tour of my alpha park, and as I said before, it's ready to download at the Steam Workshop, and you can have a look around yourself because yeah, I'm really glad with how this turned out. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to follow me for my next Planet Coaster series, which is coming soon. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and I'll hope to see you another time. Peace out.